Subscribe is significant.
Hello everyone, welcome to the first episode of Ready, Set, Play. This is your host, Sid, and today we will be saddling our horsebacks, looking at the world of Red Dead Redemption 2, the commercially successful Western game that left a strong impression for the future of video games in the last gen consoles. In this episode, we will be analyzing how the realistic feel of the Wild West is captured through Red Dead Redemption 2's authentic sound design. By the way, the analysis will be centered on Arthur Morgan rather than John Marston. Well, buckle up partners, as you're about to explore this game's larger-than-life world.
Have some goddamn faith!
Red Dead Redemption 2 is the prequel to the 2010 critically acclaimed game Red Dead Redemption. The story focuses on Arthur Morgan, an outlaw who is part of the Vanderlinde gang, led by Dutch Vanderlinde. He gets caught in a conspiracy surrounding his gang while attempting to survive against his rivals from other gangs and, most importantly, the government chasing after them following a robbery gone wrong. Aaron Garbut, the art director of this game, has mentioned earlier that the game had to be upgraded in every single aspect from graphics to score. Red Dead Redemption 2 took 8 years to develop and its budget is more than $450 million. This game's budget is more than 5 times its predecessors, which was $90 million. Red Dead Redemption was already the most expensive in 2010, but Red Dead Redemption 2's budget barely beats the ambition of Star Wars 7, unadjusted for inflation.
What the hell? Oh my god!
The game allows first-person or third-person gameplay when roaming around or playing the campaign, except first-person view provides a more immersive experience. In the mission Enter and Pursued by a Memory, Arthur and Javier have to scale a mountain in the chilly winds. You can hear the sounds of the winter winds passing by and the cries of help yelled out by John.
Let's see if he can hear us.
It not only amplifies the tension, but also conveys the harsh, isolated environment of the snowy mountains, thereby intensifying the player's feeling of vulnerability. Another major element to this game is fighting off animals. From fighting off wolves to being charmed by alligators, its violent combat sequences, choreographed by Frank Alfano via motion capture, are really remarkable in modern day video game standards. The agony faced by Arthur as he struggles to flee from the bear finally chooses to kill it as a last resort. The repetitive stabbings and the empty revolver shells after all of that continuous shooting is depicted in a bloody fashion, with Arthur besmeared with scars. The sounds of snarling, growling, and bones crunching, accompanied by Arthur's grunts of effort and pain, deeply immerse the player into the visceral combat experience, thereby making every encounter pulse-pounding. The game's map is separated into 5 regions: Ambarino, West Elizabeth, New Hanover, New Austin, and Lemoyne. The map size is 29 square miles. Each region's unique soundscapes and instrumental choices significantly enhance the immersion of this world. In this game, the entire region of New Austin is inaccessible for Arthur due to a botched-up robbery that led to the deaths of 22 outlaws and 15 Blackwater police officers. Excluding this region means the map would be 57 square kilometers, or 22 square miles. The music director of Red Dead Redemption 2, Woody Jackson, brought in 110 musicians to create situational music based on the player's decisions, which will either reduce or increase his honor.
I'll sleep. What? Hey, horse, mister. Hey there.
Hey, partner.
Hi.
Hello, sir.
Hey.
How are you?
You know a good place? Get some food? Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Hi there, ma'am.
¿Cómo está, señor?
Each region has its own ambient music. So here are the list of instruments used for each region. The rustic guitar composition evokes the vast open plains of New Hanover. The use of wind instruments create an isolated atmosphere in Amberino. The murmurs coming out of the harmonica scatters out the pleasant nature of West Elizabeth. And the fiddle instruments support the humid climate of Lemoyne. One of my favorite sequences in this game is the mission, Blood Feuds, Ancient and Modern.
Where is he? Where's my son? They took him, didn't they? They took my son.
Who took him?
We think the Braithwaite woman took him.
Oh.
Kieran saw a couple of fellows sound like Braithwaite boys.
This conversation builds up to the bit where the gang goes to the Braithwaite Manor, which is accompanied by percussive music and the horses marching down the forest, which builds up the sense of impending conflict. After dismounting, a choral melody is played out to indicate that the war cry has commenced. The haunting, layered vocals add an epic dimension to the showdown, thereby heightening the ferocious stakes of the characters, which impacts the player mentally.
I need you to stay calm. Get down here now, you inbred trash!
What the hell do you want?
Easy, John.
We've come for the boy. You must have known we would.
Shouldn't have messed with our business now, should you?
After minutes of a bloody shootout taking place with sounds of gunfire and epic shootout music in the background, Dutch interrogates Kathy, in which she reveals,
My sons gave him to Angelo Bronte. So my guess is Saint Denis. Either there or on my boat to Italy.
Let's go! Arthur, come on!
Finally, the choral melody from earlier recommences as Catherine goes back into the burned mansion to reunite with her assassinated sons. The revival of this vocal tune contrasts itself from being the theme who starts and ends the conflict, thereby leaving the player with a sense of closure. The varied soundscapes in this mission guide the player's tense journey, from tension and anticipation to resolution and reflection, which influences the player's in-game decisions. To sum it all up, Red Dead Redemption 2's portrayal of a fictional southwestern US is fantastic to view, especially when accompanied with an immersive sound design. The complex use of music involved in intense action scenes really fulfills the anticipation that we all wanted. That wraps up this episode of Ready, Set, Play. Thanks for listening and stay tuned for more content.
Hello, I'm Spider-Man. Subscribe to Significant to give respect to this poor old spooner.